Fred William Stockham was born 16 March 1881 in Detroit, Michigan. He enlisted in the Marine Corps on 16 July 1903, and over the next 4 years served twice in the Philippines, from 26 September 1903 to 28 August 1905, and from 29 September 1906 to 13 January 1907, and did one tour of duty in China in the intervening period. Private Stockham was honorably discharged at New York City on 15 July 1907. He moved to Belleville, New Jersey, and served as a fireman in the area. 5 years later, on 31 May 1912, he reenlisted in the Marine Corps. By the time he was again discharged on 30 May 1916, he had risen to the rank of sergeant and had served most of his term ashore in Nicaragua. Sergeant Stockham saw combat during the engagement at León, Nicaragua, on 6 October 1915, a little over a month before his departure from that troubled Latin American nation. He was honorably discharged again on 30 May 1916, this time at Mare Island, California. However, within a week he had returned to New York City, where on 7 June he reenlisted. By 8 February 1918, Sergeant Stockham was in France and heading for the trenches. Between that time and his death, he served in the Toulon sector in the end operation and during the Battle of Belleau Wood, where he would be mortally wounded and passing on 22 June 1918. Thanks to the efforts of his former lieutenant, Clifton Bledsoe Cates, who would eventually become the 19th Marine Corps Commandant, and comrades, one of whom was a man whose life his gas mask saved, Barak Mattingly, Gunnery Sergeant Stockham posthumously authorized the Medal of Honor by a joint resolution that waived the statute of limitations, passed on 15 July 1939, over 20 years after his sacrifice. His Medal of Honor citation reads as follows: "The President of the United States of America, in the name of Congress, takes pride in presenting the Medal of Honor, Army Award, posthumously to Gunnery Sergeant Fred William Stockham, Marine Corps Service Number 74310, United States Marine Corps, for extraordinary heroism while serving with the 96th Company, 2nd Battalion, 6th Regiment Marines, 2nd Division, American Expeditionary Forces, in action at Baugé de Belleville, France, 13-14 June 1918. During an intense enemy bombardment with high explosive and gas shells which wounded or killed many members of the company, Gunnery Sergeant Stockham, upon noticing that the gas mask of a wounded comrade was shot away, without hesitation, removed from his gas mask and insisted upon giving it to the wounded man, well knowing that the effects of the gas would be fatal to himself. He continued with undaunted courage and valor to direct and assist in the evacuation of the wounded, until he himself collapsed from the effects of gas, dying as a result thereof a few days later. His courageous conduct undoubtedly saved the lives of many of his wounded comrades, and his conspicuous gallantry and spirit of self-sacrifice were a source of great inspiration to all who served with him. As always, stay salty, stay safe, Semper Fi, and carry on.